compliment? Good. Here, somebody run the microphone. Speak to the soul. Okay, what else?
Austerities of speech.
Austerities
Purity
of speech.
is force.
Purity is the force.
Yes, and we should be pleasing as well as truthful.
Pleasing and truthful at the same time.
Yes.
That's a real art, huh?
Yes, and we should be good listeners.
Good listeners.
Good askers.
Okay, here, let's take a few more over here. Thank you. You're a storehouse.
Preaching means giving.
Preaching means giving, yeah, definitely. It's the sampradaya, means the complete gift. It's actually really what life is meant to be about, is to give gifts to others, to help others. Yes.
One striking point I remember from yesterday is that you gave a sutra of the effective communication. If you are asking questions, you are leading the conversation.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's true. That's true.
Yes. We'll come right back to you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So what I remember, Prabhuji, is what you say to them, it stays with them. And if you create a good impression, they might come back.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
Leave everyone. And besides, super souls there.
Yeah.
It's a tabernacle, it's a church. You don't want to make any offense to any living entities. This is the definition of the Madhyama Adhikari. Ishvare taradineshu bali sheshu dvisatsucha prema maitri kripopeksha yakaroti samadhyama. Gives mercy to others. But the Kanishta is described acharya eva haraye pujam yashrayehate natad bhakteshu cha anyeshu sabhakta prakritasmitaha. So the Kanishta Adhikari only sees God, everyone else can go to hell. It doesn't know how to treat devotees and doesn't know how to treat other living entities. And the way Prabhupada puts it is, a Kanishta Adhikari doesn't know how to do good for others. Doesn't know how to do good for others. So this realm of thinking, sampradaya, how to give the complete gift to each living entity as fully and appropriately as possible, everywhere one goes. This is the samyak kirtan. It means the complete kirtan. It means that you live in it 24 hours a day. It's not just a marathon. It's not just when I go out. It's when I'm living with others and the way I treat them and the way I communicate with them, always staying in the realm of Krishna consciousness. Anvayav yatare kabhyam, the Bhagavatam says, in all times, in all places, in all circumstances. And it's that cultivation that takes one back home, back to Godhead. When we say that book distribution is high sadhana, we're talking about the fact that when you enter into this consciousness of giving mercy to others and properly associating with the devotees, avoiding the demons and so forth, there's a whole lifestyle that accommodates that, and one who is fully absorbed in that will actually come to the higher stages of devotional service. It's not that we're distributing books for a while and then at some point you have to stop and do something else in order to attain the spontaneous devotional service. The mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going from town to town, village to village, and asking his followers to do that will actually help to soften the heart and bring one, as one continues to hear and chant, to the higher stages of devotion, which are past the anartha nivritti. Then you come to nishta, or steadiness, which means that although there still may be sense impulses and the mind may still give ideas contrary to devotional service, you're not disturbed by them, not pushed by them. And after that comes the positive stages of ruchi and asakti and bhava and prema. So it's a lifetime of development through all the different phases of our life, and sticking to the process of Sankirtan, accompanied by hearing and chanting, will make a successful, completely successful life. So you should have a life plan to stay in the process of book distribution and hearing and chanting. First time I met Prabhupada in 1973 in San Francisco. I had joined recently, and after I had teamed up with the Sankirtan party by the mercy of the devotees, And we went in to meet Prabhupada. He was there for Rath Yatra. And our temple president introduced us and told our names. And then he said how many books we were doing. And at that time, San Francisco was number 1. And Prabhupada looked at all of us. There were about 7 of us on the party. And he said, "You must also read my books. I've not written them simply for selling. I've written them for you to read, to become pure devotees, and to go back to Godhead." Of course, he also wanted us to sell them, and he said that too. But there's this investment in this lifetime, in the Sankirtan movement, understanding by reading that this is actually the solution to all problems, and applying it to one's own life, but then giving it out to as many people as possible. You'll notice when Prabhupada talks about the advanced stages of devotional service in the Nectar of Instruction, when he speaks about the Uttama Adhikari, he's talking about a preacher in the context of preachers. He's talking about those who are very strict with their sadhana and who also think 24 hours a day in how to spread the Krishna consciousness movement. That's advanced devotional service. And because of the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, says Prabodhananda Saraswati, one who serves like that as a menial servant for the Sankirtan movement will naturally, by the mercy of Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, awaken love for Radha Krishna within their heart. It's not a separate endeavor, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha and Krishna, and he's the gateway to Vrindavan. And the way to please Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to engage in Sankirtan. Sankirtan, especially for us in ISKCON, means in the mood and method that Prabhupada set up. He showed us by his own example, never wasting a moment, always thinking how to do more, how to spread the books, Harinam, Prasadam, to as many people as possible all over the world. And the rest of the movement is managing the results of that, which is equally as important. But the tip of the spear is the preaching, book distribution, going out, meeting people one-to-one. That one-to-one contact with people cannot be replaced by anything. Can't be replaced by an app. You can't replace it with, I don't know, what else is there? Sometimes there's a feeling that we'll just sit back and watch them come in, but people take a lot of personal care and attention. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur told his students before he left this world that I hope that each one of you are prepared to give hundreds of gallons of blood just to save one conditioned soul from this material world. And that's what it takes, really, because it's not easy getting someone to give up their stake here in the material world and go back to Godhead. So we're going to start with a song from none other than Bhaktivinoda Thakur, because, in the words of one of my revered senior godbrothers, nobody tops the Thakur. So besides chanting your good japa, and what other things for hearing and chanting did we talk about yesterday? Chad. Any new Chad members in here? One chapter Bhagavad Gita? Yes. Who's that in the back? Okay. You're not a new Chad member. You're a... Yes. New Chad members? Those who are going to chant one chapter of Bhagavad Gita a day? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could start together today. Start it off and then just say, we'll keep it going. We'll make a pact that if you're all going to do it, I'll keep doing it too. One chapter of Bhagavad Gita a day. What do you say? And what other thing did we talk about? Be a sage, page by page. And we talked about how if you're walking around with a bead bag with no counter beads on it, what does that mean? Not serious, not serious. So similarly, if you don't have a written plan for when you're going to finish reading all of Prabhupada's books, and you're not working with a specific goal, written goal, that you can tell somebody right away that I'm going to finish the Bhagavad, I'm working on the Bhagavatam right now, and I'm going to be finished on this date. If you can't tell that, you're like a person walking around with a bead bag with no counter beads. How do you like that? Not very much. So make a plan for that.